Right, handles. Handles, we love handles. There we go. Right, so these are Zach's latest design. We've had these for sale for a while, of grab handles for the front of the 90 or the 110. And we also do them for the rear. It's slightly different. We'll go in the back of the stick in a minute and have a look. They've got this extra hook. So these are just new in this week, aren't they, Zach? These, the fronts we've had for a while. So in this video, we are going to show you how to fit these grab handles to your Land Rover Defender. Right, so the fittings are concealed behind these cunning little flaps. And there is a little bit there you can get, and then you flip those down. There's a little screwdrivery slot. Why am I making this look difficult, Zach? There we go. So they're actually quite cool. Look, they're on a little sort of spring-loaded flap. Now, obviously, actually look at that, Zach. They form. If you wanted to keep that down, look, I'd never noticed that before. They form a little. If you want them easily accessible, because one problem is with these is that they always flip back up again. So when you want to grab them, you're sort of, whatever the word is. What's the word, Zach? You're fumbling. That is the word. Thank you, Zach. You're fumbling around trying to find them. Right, so let's have a look. Woo! Right, are they going to stay or are they going to fall out? Am I going to be fumbling around on the floor looking for the bolts, Zach? Oh. Now, are they also, let's have a look. Are they just ultra long or are they?
The handles have flaps.
They got, oh yeah, there you go. Let's try and get them out. Right, look, there's the. You have a look at the bolts, Zach, while I fumble about some more. Right, and then they have got these little flaps, and we'll see these. So you have to just push the headline in a little bit. They've got these little flaps here, look, that are sort of. I guess it's so when they fit them at the factory, they hold there while they're getting there. We need to extract the fixings. Right, there we go, and there's the other one. They're both the same. Right, and that's the Torx T30. Right, now our front ones, these should be the same. So it goes in there now. The exposed nuts, I don't think are too bad because it's just the same as the door cards, isn't it? They've got the exposed nuts. Right, there we go. Is my car making a funny whirring noise? It did. Oh, you know, it's the fridge. It's just chilling a bit. Oh. Right, now you can mount them two ways. We tried two ways. So this way they're a bit more forward. Right, that's one way. Right, that was one way. And this way I think we did indeed favour. Okay, yeah, that's. Oh. Don't drop the bolts. Sounded like it landed on my illuminated seal covers. Oh, it did. No, it didn't. Oh, I got it. Don't worry, I can still look professional, Zach. Right then. Right, so you can see they've got a lightweight ergonomic design. So these parts are 3D printed. They are printed using SLS laser printed, sintered laser printing. So they're lightweight, they're super lightweight. They're there, always ready to grab, and they look really cool. But are they strong enough? Are they strong enough, Zach? Live demos. We keep doing these live demos, don't we? Right, so will it take my entire weight? Right. There we go. So yeah, so they're pretty strong. They're as strong as you need. If you've got a 90, we'll go and look at them in the back of a 110 in a minute. If you've got a 90, you just need the two front ones. As you will see in the back, there are no handles. What do you do in the back? Just tumble around.
B-pillar.
Oh, you've got the B-pillar grabs. Yes, correct. You have got the B-pillar grabs. If you've got a 110, you've got front and rear ones. And I'm going to say, and B-pillar grabs in the back of a 110. Yep, Zach's nodding. In a 130, because you've got, where you've got the three, if you've got the third row of seats, you have two fronts, two rears in the second row, and two rears in the third row. So, yeah, make sure you buy the right number. You may choose just to fit them in the front. Right, let's go and look at them in the back, shall we, Zach? Yep. Right, you join us in the back of the Defender 110, where you will notice we have this hook. Now, this has a little coat hanger hook, so you can put your jacket down here. Now, one thing that you will notice when I take this out is that the cutout in the headlining is shaped such that our little grab handle without a hook will not work, and also you don't want to lose the functionality of the hook. So if I undo these bolts, again this is tucked under the headlining. I've had this one out already, but you can see you've got to bend those little plastic tabs back. Again, we're going to reuse the bolts. Now this is where we sort of made a muck up, but didn't we, Zach? So we printed these, look, and we've designed them with a hook. Now you see the hook, and you see you've got this extra area here with this hook, and we designed the hook so it works whichever way up you decide to put it. Now the trouble is that it's interesting, the car is not symmetric, so you will notice here the hook is towards the front seat, but if you spin it round here, you'll notice, Zach will point it out to you, the hook is actually at the rear, look, so it's asymmetric. So it's interesting. Now Land Rover has clearly done that to save cost. They've only had to tool up one type, but it means this cutout in your headlining, there's nothing we can do because it's at the front on one side and at the rear at the other side. Now we've made two types. We've made one type like this, which as you could see would give you the upright position. We've made one that is more like this, the straight down position there. So we might have to list whether you want down type or across type grab handles, but we will supply you two the same. We won't supply you a left hand and a right hand. Right, let's get this fitted, Zach. We've only just noticed that. Shh, don't tell the boss. Don't tell Mrs. Powerful. Right then. So there we go. Right, and shall I get my coat hanger and should we test it, Zach? So we designed this and we checked it would work with a coat hanger. Right, there you go. So that is that simply installed. Right, and again you can hang off that if you want to. So you can see in the Defender we fitted them, in the 110 we fitted them at the front and the rear. And let me just grab my coat hanger. Right, so there we go. So you can see we checked that you could get a coat hanger around it. Look, you can get a coat hanger or you can just hang your jacket. Now interestingly, look, your jacket's going to be quite close to the front seat on this side, but if you put it on the other side, you've got more room. Now let's swap again, Zach. If you hang that and I do that, you see, because of the way Land Rover's done it. So if you're ever hanging your jacket in your Defender 110, hang it behind the driver's seat. You got more room, probably less impact on visibility. Right, so there we go. You can see the sort of, what sort of style would we call this, Zach? Cheese platey, techno minimalist. That's what we're going for. So there you go. Good luck with that. We'll get those on the website.